Hi my gorgeous, I'm glad you found me. If you didn't see my intro video, I am a 43-year-old woman, and 3 years ago, despite being married to a man, I realised that I am actually a lesbian. So how on earth did I get to age 40 before realising that I am in fact gay? Well, the way I found out was I'd spent about an hour with this particular woman the previous week and an hour the previous day. And then the following day, I was driving my children to their swimming lesson. And 1 minute, I was your kind of average heterosexual wife with 2 young kids. And the next minute, this woman drove past us and we had to pull out and follow her for about 5 miles. She drives really slowly. And my heart started racing. And I looked down at it and I said, "What on earth are you doing? What's your problem?" And I recognised the feeling of having a bit of a crush. And I thought, oh my goodness, please, no, I don't really want to have a crush on anyone. It would be really stressful and awkward if nothing else. And then the second thing to occur to me, which is interesting, was that she's actually a woman. Why on earth would I have a crush on a woman? And then over the time that followed, I remembered that I had had a crush on a woman in the past, a really, really painful, intense one when I was about 15. And then I remembered that at the time, I had thought that I might be gay, but back then in the mid to late 90s, we didn't have social media, of course, and I lived in a little provincial town, and I didn't know anyone who was gay, male or female, really. And so I thought it was really rare, and why me? And how will I have children? And a lot of the things you would see and hear about gay people at the time were obviously they were fighting for our rights, and you heard a lot of negative things and about discrimination, and it was really frightening that that's kind of the type of life that I would have to live. So I sort of just made the decision that I wasn't going to be. And then going back to when I was 40, 3 years ago, I revisited this and thought, oh my goodness, you can't do that. You can't just decide that you're not gay. And then suddenly, I think I was sitting in a coffee shop staring into space for about 30 minutes, or with all this going round and round in my head. And it suddenly dawned on me, oh my God, I know what I've done. I just buried it, and it's been there all along. I have been gay the whole time. And then obviously my thoughts went to my husband, the fact that I was married to a man, my children, and yeah, there was a lot to think about. So I will make another video around what I did next, what happened next. And I hope that some of you will share your stories in the comments with me, and everybody who's visiting and watching the video. I'd love to know whether it was kind of slow, that you slowly realised over time that you were gay, or maybe it was a specific person, maybe somebody told you. I'd love to hear your stories, and also I think if you are happy to share them, it will help other women who visit the page as well. And I'd love this channel to be a space where we all kind of support each other and help each other out and make each other feel like we are not alone. So thank you